it's nobody's fault but us men for women wanting to be independent. It's nobody's fault but ours. We're leaders. You feel what I'm saying? We're supposed to be heads of household. We're not operating in our calling. So they are forcefully taking over and saying, I'm not waiting for you anymore to get it together because I'm about to get myself together. And I can only respect that. Imagine, let me tell you something. My mom was a single mother for and raised me and my siblings for 18, 19 years. Never had a father figure in the household. My dad wasn't around. My little brother's dad was not around. Here and there pop up, boom, boom. But it's not like having a father in the house that's like leading the household. So my question is, what would I have expected my mother to do? To wait for another man to come into the household? Or for her to have to figure it out? Stressed out, trying to make sure she puts me in school, make sure my little brother's straight, make sure my sister's straight. Make sure the bills is paid, being at work this amount of hours. Working 40, 50 plus hours a week, standing on her feet. My grandmother working at the hospital 60, 70 hours a week, standing on their feet trying to figure this stuff out. So how can I blame her for being independent now when she don't want a man in her life because men have let her down so long? How can I be mad? You get what I'm saying? I can't. Why is it that women are winning so much in today's age, and why men are like, damn, we being left out, is because they taking this shit serious. Because they only had to. Because I'm gonna tell you something, this is a deep truth. Women, there's so much more responsibility on women when they at a younger age as opposed to men. Really think about it. Like when I was younger, like, yo, my mom didn't have like conversations with me. I would say she had conversations with me about sex, but it wasn't like a stressful thing. You shouldn't be having sex. She bought me some condoms, but that's normal for young men. She didn't do anything wrong. I bet you a bunch of dudes could say, yeah, my mom and my dad bought me condoms too. But they didn't have a conversation with me like, yo, you should be celibate, you should be abstinent, you should respect yourself. That's not the narrative. But what's the narrative for women? Respect yourself. If you have sex, you a hoe. I'm not giving you no condoms because you're gonna be a hoe if you do that. You need to be in your books. You need to get your stuff right because you need to learn how to take care of a household. So much responsibility is on them at a younger age, and for men, it's kind of loose. For us, we can just do whatever we want. So now we're starting to see the actual result of that happening, to where now you see the women of our generation outpacing us because of all the responsibilities they had when they were younger, and they don't make no excuses for it either. And I can't be mad about that. Only thing that I can do is encourage all of my fellas to say, yo, from here on out, I know you see the women that are winning, but what are you going to make an excuse right now? Or are you going to boss up and be a man and step up and handle your responsibilities? Because let me tell you something. Although a woman wants to be independent, she know the real. Don't get it messed up. She know the real. She know when a real man walks in the room. She know when he respects himself. She know when he got his finances straight. She know when he about his business. Or even if he don't got his finances straight, or whatever the situation be. She know when he's about his business. She know when his heart is in the right place, and he like, yo, listen, I'm trying to make sure this is good. Like, let me tell you something, man. And it's another thing about this too, is because a lot of us men, we're like overlooking chivalry. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, chivalry should never be dead. Should be dead. Texting your girl and saying, yo, get dressed, I'm on my way. Don't worry about it. I'll be there at 7. I'm coming to pick you up. Getting her in the car, driving her to a nice restaurant you already had planned out. It ain't even got to be a 5-star restaurant. It's just the fact of, as men, we supposed to have plans. You feel me? You had a plan set up for it. Get dressed. I'll be there at 7. I'm coming to get you. I'm taking you to the restaurant. We're going to have a nice dinner. Then after that, I got a movie set up for us. And then we're going to go back to the house, have a good time, whatever. You had a plan. All women want is for us to make them feel secure. That's all they want. But when you don't have a plan and she can't trust you, how you can't expect her to be independent and want to fight for herself now? Because she's fighting for her life. When we supposed to be, as men, supposed to be the ones fighting for them. We supposed to be the ones on the front line. But now we got women on the front line. Come on, where that come from? It's because we don't got the plan. We can't be mad at them. They just acting out of straight This is life or death right now. So as men, yo, we got to be more chivalrous. We got to stand up and have a plan and say, yo, this is how it's going to go down. And I believe in this. And guess what? Don't be afraid to fail, bro. If the plan fall out, have a second plan for it. All women want is, yo, do you got me? That's all they want. Yo, does he have me? Can I trust him? Can I trust being in his arms? And he's going to protect me at all costs. Make sure our family is straight, or do the very best that he possibly can. Even if something happens where you run into financial ruin, are you going to do the very best that you possibly can to make sure you get back? I'm talking about going to job. Yo, I had a teacher one day, right? I'm gonna tell you this crazy thing. He was an Irish dude. I'm gonna tell you what he told me. He said, yo, if my kids was ever starving, they would never see me come back in the house until I had food in my hands. Never. He said, I will go out there, I will get a lawnmower, I will sell broomsticks before I come into the crib and not have some type of food in my hands on the table. What I look like being a man coming into the crib and my family waiting for me and I ain't got no food for them? What do I look like? A sucker. He said I would die before I allow my wife and kids to not being able to count on me. And that's how serious we got to take it as men. Until the day that we take it serious is the day that they gonna take us serious. That's the day they're gonna stop being independent and say, yo, that's the day. Because and then it's not even about the independence part, because a woman can still be extraordinary even when she's with a man that's extraordinary too. She can have her own independence within the entire family of y'all entire family, you know? But it's the situation of that, like, yo, we got to be secure in ourselves first as men before we can handle that. Or you just going to be intimidated by her because you don't got nothing to show for her. What you going to do? You're not harming nobody but yourself. It's your own feelings that you hurting. You know what I'm saying? Not them. Don't blame it on her. She had to fight all her life. Her mom had to fight all her life. That's all. She's only operating based off of what she saw her parents, her mom do, you know, or her dad got let down, you know. So like, yo, we step it up. From here on out, men, we step it up. We be the leaders. We say, yo, sweetheart, I'm not going to stop. I will die before I put you in harm's way. And when she believes that, yo, the conversation of a woman not respecting a man is over. We got to do a better job.